A new event, the Third Quidditch Cup. What? There you go. Didn't show up. Please let me be a happy announcement. I don't think I can take any more bad news. I've got my fingers crossed that Gryffindor makes the final. Is about to reveal the finalists. If it isn't Gryffindor acting captain and star keeper, just the result I've been hoping to see. Are you excited to find out which team makes the Quidditch Cup final? I'm beyond excited. I barely slept at all last night in anticipation. Enough about me. The real question is, we are just moments out from discovering if Gryffindor has qualified for the match. How are you feeling? I believe it or not, I'm actually feeling quite calm. Our team already put in all the hard work to get here, so here in today's announcement will be the easy part. But you're right, there's no point in being nervous about things that can't change. Have you calculated Gryffindor's odds? Of course I have. I'm Murphy McNally. The rest is 100% best left for our esteemed and noble headmaster to reveal. We assembled today to celebrate the Gryffindor Hogwarts tradition each of us holds dear. That nearly didn't come to pass this year, but thanks to our determination and collaboration spirit, gives me great pleasure to announce that this year's Quidditch Cup final will henceforth commence. Two teams competing in this most prestigious match will be Hufflepuff versus Gryffindor. We did. Gryffindor made it to the Quidditch Cup final. I predicted there was a 91.7% chance. It seems all our hard work this season has really paid off, and now that it has, there are some important things that the two of us need to discuss. Like what? It looks like our friends, teammates, and competitors have much to say as well. Let's hear from them first. Seems we're all in agreement. If anyone deserves to be playing the final match, it's Gryffindor. We have worked hard to get here. Clearly, both our friends and competitors alike can see that. If we expect to take home the Quidditch Cup, this is where the real work begins. We must begin making preparations right away, and since you have been leading Gryffindor in my absence, there's much for us to do, and much for the two of us to discuss if we want to ensure our team's success. There's no time to waste. Let's head over to the training ground straight away. We make preparations for the Quidditch Cup final and discuss the future of our season. So, what's important team matter that did you want to discuss with me? This is our third season playing together, and we are on the brink of winning our third Quidditch Cup in a row. This match against Hufflepuff is going to be difficult, maybe one of the toughest matches we have ever played. While Gryffindor has been under suspension for a good amount of the season, Hufflepuff has been free to train to their heart's content, and as a result they are playing even better than ever. Would you agree that Gryffindor's time in suspension puts us at a disadvantage? Hufflepuff had more time on the pitch than us this season, and that puts us at a clear disadvantage. And speaking of strong leadership, that brings me to the opponent team matter I wanted to discuss. Talk about who should continue on as the team captains. You made me acting captain of Gryffindor when you left. Now that you're back, do you want your old position back? That's what I need to determine, and I'd like to speak with you about it first. Let's focus our minds on balancing on our broomsticks, and together we can discuss which one of us should lead. Now that we have had a chance to focus our minds, I helped you find any clarity as to your decision you need to make for our team. After talking it through, you have helped me realize something important. You have done such a good job helping your teammates strengthen their minds, bodies, and hearts this season. You have also brought balance to the team. If I were to return to captain right now, I could undo that balance. I've decided that you, as the right person to lead our team to the Quidditch Cup finals this season. Thank you for believing in me and helping me to see the season through for Gryffindor. I can feel in my heart that you are going to lead us to victory. So, sorry to interrupt, but I need to talk to the captain of Gryffindor immediately. That would be Dan. He's going to remain on as acting captain. What's wrong? Hufflepuff's captain is demanding to see you in the courtyard straight away. They didn't say, but whatever it is, it didn't sound good. I'll head over to the courtyard and talk to our opponents. Oh my god, just leave the drama for the match. Hufflepuff has been looking all over for you. I heard you want to speak with the captain of Gryffindor. What seems to be the problem? One of our beaters just heard Gryffindor's found the legendary Stitch of Hogsmeade. We used teamwork to chase this evasive snitch all through Hogsmeade after it escaped from Zonkers. And after cornering in the golden snitch at the training grounds, I was finally able to catch it. You'd assume he was a professional seeker from the way he caught the snitch. So the rumor is true, and that means Gryffindor will have an unfair advantage. What the fuck? How? That's just superstition. Was it if your team was able to, you lot would have done the same. We caught that lucky snitch right proper, we did. Well, you're about to catch a bludger right proper to your face if you keep talking like that. I can see that both sides are getting a bit worked up over this. Let's settle all down. If we do, perhaps we can still save the Quidditch Cup. Oh my god. Sorry to interrupt, but I happened to be nearby chasing flutterbees with my pet Neasel. And I thought I overheard you say that the legendary snitch of Hogsmeade has finally been caught. Yes, it did, Murphy, and Hufflepuff feels Gryffindor has an unfair advantage going into the match. Because as the legend goes, the team that has the lucky snitch will have a good chance of winning the cup. Should be very proud for catching a snitch. The fact that you have proves your team is worthy. But you should know that historically, the golden snitch of Hogsmeade hasn't always been lucky for everyone. What's that supposed to mean? Let's head over to the Quidditch pitch and burn the lucky snitch. Know someone that I think Gryffindor and Hufflepuff would both be wise to meet. I thought you said there was someone you wanted to introduce us to, but the entire pitch is empty. I don't see anyone here. Just because you can't see them doesn't mean they are not here. Badger, are you there, old boy? We are here to meet a ghost. Well, if it isn't my good chum, Murphy McNully. What is it this time, chap? Here to debate the merits of the Wallengog shimmy again, are we? Not this time, Badger. I'm actually here because I'd like to introduce you to my friend. It's a pleasure to meet you. Fans used to line up for hours to shake hands with the great Badger Pickishley III, acting captain and keeper, and I dare say quite a good strategist as well. I'll be the judge of that. If you are such a good keeper, what technique is best used for defending the goal hoops? That hand and broomstick block is a very effective maneuver for defending the goal because I recently learned the technique from the captain of Ravenclaw's team. Was right about you. You really do know your strategy, and this old ghost is quite impressed. When it comes to Quidditch strategy, I have learned from the best, but keeper tactics aren't actually what I came to speak with you about today. We need to talk to you about the legendary Golden Snitch of Hogsmeade. A bit of a sore subject, I'm afraid. My team recently came into possession of it, and we were under the impression that catching a snitch would bring us good luck for the final match. But to be sure, that hasn't always been the case, as it wasn't lucky for me. If you don't mind me asking what happened, gather around, students, and I'll tell you a story about old Badger Pickish and the 1927 Quidditch Cup. If you are in possession of the Golden Snitch of Hogsmeade, this is something you all want to know. Thank you for sharing your story. It sounds like the lucky snitch was not so lucky for you. It sealed your defeat for the 1927 Cup. My Quidditch career never recovered after that, and neither did I. Snitch is yours now, and as I said, it's only brought plenty of good luck to others. But you would be doing old Badger a good kindness by showing that blast a snitch once and for all. I'll take that under consideration as if I decide what to do with the snitch. It's hard to believe such an unassuming little snitch could be the source of so much trouble. The Neasel has the snitch. Did they just eat the snitch? Uh-oh. The Neasel's going for a ride of its life. Zoomy. Just swallowed the golden snitch of Hogsmeade. And now it's leading him by all across the pitch. Don't worry, I'll go chase after you, Neasel. Promise to bring Neil back safely. Well, why didn't Mofi even have the snitch? I think I'm going mad. I could say I just saw Neasel fly by while Ron and I were practicing. You must have seen Mofi's Neasel, Neil. He swallowed the lucky snitch while I was debating with Hufflepuff's captain. And now the snitch has sent Neil flying across the school grounds. There he goes again. The Neasel is really zipping around. We need to figure out a way to save Neil and get the snitch back. But his maneuvers are too fast and erratic. Sounds like this could be the perfect moment for a bit of teamwork. A good test to see if the three of us still have the magic it's going to take to win the cup. So after discussing several strategies with you both, it's clear we are best off using a 3-person Quidditch formation to catch up with Neil. And since he's zigzagging, we need a maneuver that constrains his flight patterns and reins him in. We must also be careful not to harm Mofi's pet. Which maneuver should we use to catch Neil? We can use Parkin's pincer. My family's pattern and maneuver would be perfect for this particular challenge. So let's use Parkin's pincer to thwart the snitch propelled Neasel. We did it. We saved Mofi's Neasel and got the legendary snitch back. We pulled off the maneuver perfectly. My ancestors would be proud. It's amazing with what the three of us can accomplish together. We worked hard to catch that snitch twice. We should keep it up. Good luck, charm for the final. said that while the snitch has brought good luck to many, it has also brought bad luck. I'm determined to do what's right for our team. This is an important decision, and there are cases to be made on both sides as to if we should keep the snitch for a job for your ears. If you truly want to get what's right for our team, the best thing to do is to step aside and listen to your team. I'll go unite Murphy with the beloved snitch-free Neasel, and while I'm off doing that, I'll trust you to assemble the team. I'll head to the changing room. Thank you for saving Neil. Snitch or not to snitch? That's the question. Thank you for assembling the team and to determine what we should do with the lucky snitch. Has everyone had a chance to weigh in on what we should do with the snitch? Smoking with every member of our team, whether we should get rid of the snitch to help Badger and play fair or keep it and be good. Luck, I believe we have. I'll tell you what we decide, but before I do, it would be good for you to hear the team's reasoning. Once you'll see why we have our decision about the lucky. Now that you have had the chance to hear us out, the team has reached a consensus that we should give up the legendary snitch. And this is truly what the team wants. We feel that it's the right thing to do for Badger and for our team too. Yeah, sure. I agree, and getting rid of this lucky snitch is the right decision. All of us should be proud of how far we have come this season. We don't need luck to win the Quidditch Cup when we have you as our acting captain. I'll get rid of the lucky snitch for Badger and for this team. We'll go on to winning the Quidditch Cup final and on fair and equal footing. We will play the final match on our own merits, without leaning on our lucky charm to succeed. But now that the team has decided to get rid of the snitch, we need to figure out how the best to actually do that. It's not every day one tries to neutralize a rare golden snitch. I can help with that. My wizard chess and Quidditch mentor, Professor McGonagall, was very helpful last time. We should ask. Let's go pay her a visit. Once you figure out a way to give the lucky snitch a proper send-off, Gryffindor will finally be ready to compete. Five. What a pleasant surprise. My second news will be arriving soon to learn Spongify, but we may still have time for a bit of wizard's chess. We are not here to play chess. We have come to ask your help in getting rid of a golden snitch. Yes, the Gryffindor team caught it twice. Once after chasing it through Hogsmeade, and a second time after Murphy's pet Neasel tried to eat it. Up close, the craftsmanship is impeccable. It would make an even bowman right proud. He's the metal charmer who invented the golden snitch. Mr. Wright designed the golden snitch by studying the habits of a small bird called the snidget. I'm not typically in the habit of ridding the world of objects with perfect craftsmanships. Because my team is determined to win the Quidditch Cup final based on skill and merit, not just luck. Ourselves, the snitch is the only way to ensure that the final match will be fair for both teams. And since your intentions are honorable, I have decided to help you. It's excellent news, but now that you have agreed to help, we need to actually figure out the best way to get rid of the snitch. As you just taught us, golden snitches were originally modeled after snidgets. Perhaps the most appropriate way to dispatch this is to transfigure into a snidget. Pay close attention, I will teach. Thanks, Professor McGonagall. I think I'm starting to get a feel for this spell. I could agree, and now that I have taught you how to perform, you may cast the objects to board spell upon the legendary golden snitch of Hogsmeade. Here goes nothing. Wish me luck. Avis. Transfer the lucky snitch into the snidget. And now that the snitch has been given a new life as a snidget and will no longer affect the match, both teams will have a fair shot at winning the cup final. I'll go tell Badger and the rest of the team the news, and once I have, we'll be ready to begin our final preparations. Did you do it? Did you get rid of the snitch? There you are, my corporal chums. I was beginning to worry that the snitch of Hogsmeade had gotten away the best of you. Quite the contrary, Murphy and I are here to bring you some good news. We transfigured the snitch of Hogsmeade into a bird, so I'm happy to say that you are finally rid of the object that brought you so much trouble. You are quite welcome. It was the right thing to do, and for you and for the team. Lucky told him it's only brought you a lot of trouble too. You chased the snitch all through Hogsmeade and had to rescue it from Neil. While you were off chasing that blasted snitch, I have also been quite a busy spirit. I've had the opportunity to watch your opponents practice Sharon and Fenley. As a thank you for helping me, I'd like to offer you a free piece of strategy. But now that the lucky snitch is gone, Gryffindor will be going into a fair match with no unfair advantages. That's very chivalrous, Mr. Dan, but don't worry, your team's honor will remain soundly intact. With both sides employing badges of ace, the Quidditch Cup final is sure to be an unforgettable match. Next to your advice, you've certainly given me a lot to consider. Hufflepuff will try to anticipate your every move, but I have noticed that the chasers are quite impressionable. With the appropriate maneuver, I believe the gullibility can be used against them. To use the fake-out maneuver that Mr. Parkin taught us earlier this season. Fake-out maneuver will be the perfect defense to throw off Hufflepuff's chasers, helping me strategize for the big match. Now that we have discovered how best to defeat Hufflepuff, let's put our strategy into action. Let's have ourselves a quick Fenley. I'll be rooting for Gryffindor at the final match. Before you came along, the team never went to these pre-match parties. Can't wait for the final match. Thanks for coming to our pre-match party. It means the world to us fans. Of course, Penny, it means the world to our team that we have such terrific fans. You are the ones who strengthen our hearts before our second house match, and you helped our team to remember exactly what we love about Quidditch. I'm even more happy that against all odds you saved the whole season at Quidditch. Now you're about to lead Gryffindor into the Quidditch Cup final. remarkable turnaround, to say the least. Some may even go as far as to call it unbelievable. We're putting here, there, and everywhere for the one and only Daily Prophet. Yes, we've met before. I still haven't forgotten about chasing dreams and the amateur chaser's journey to Quidditch stardom. My readers are dying to hear the inside scoop about Gryffindor's tumultuous journey to the top this year. All the time I can. Will that be all then? Just one last question. I heard from a little board that Gryffindor recently caught the snitch. Care to comment whether that was has something to do with your team's sudden change in fortune this season? I'm afraid that I can't offer you a comment about that right now. Every time I talk to you, my words have ways of getting twisted, so this time I simply won't speak. Evading the question, Ari, there's nothing fishier than an interview subject who refused to comment. I'm here to do no such thing. Has done a terrific job as acting captain this season and helped our team find perfect balance. Both of you have served as excellent captains for Gryffindor and have enormous respect for each other. You and your readers will just have to wait until next season to find that out. And the best way to focus our minds before any important match is with the verification ceremony. Let's head over to the changing room. Is it normal to have so much pre-match jitter? There you are, and just in time, the Quidditch Cup final is about to begin, and we are just moments away from competing to win our third Quidditch Cup. This may be one of the most important matches we have ever played. The lucky snitch is out of the picture. It's likely to be a very close match between our two teams. For that reason, we must take a moment before the match for a verification ceremony. It's also a Gryffindor tradition. No one makes a verification speech to rally us all together, quite like Oran does. Thank you for those inspiring words. I hope this verification has brought each of you a bit of calm before the storm. This season has certainly been filled with its share of ups and downs, but together we always found a way. We came back from suspension, worked tirelessly to strengthen our bodies, our minds, and hearts. We even had to save the pitch from a horde of disruptive gnomes. We have weathered every storm that's come across our path, and this final match will be no different. Report, Darko's well put. Now let's get out here and show Hufflepuff what Gryffindor's made of. Time for the finale. Final match. Welcome, Wizards and Witches, to the match you have all been waiting for, the Quidditch Cup final. This pitch has been fully restored and there is no gnome in sight. Which means it's a beautiful day to compete for a championship. Our first team competing today has a spectacular season so far. Proudly brandishing the house colors of yellow and black, Hufflepuff. As they will be squaring off against Hogwarts' two-time returning champions, here to defend the title. Let's give it a warm Hogwarts welcome to Gryffindor Quidditch team. And finally, here to release the quaffle is our esteemed referee, Madam Hooch. Hufflepuff gains possession of the quaffle and is off for the goalposts. Let's go. %, perfecto. Hufflepuff is out for revenge, and one of the Beatles has just launched a bludger at Dan. But can Gryffindor's keeper keep the Beatles' bludger at bay? Let's find out. Dan may have avoided a bludgeoning by Hufflepuff's beaters, but the onslaught continues. And this match is harder than the fire crabs behind. Hufflepuff's beaters are looking for payback as they have nearly knocked Dan right off the boom. Alright. Dan has kicked the quaffle away with a hand and broomstick block. Hufflepuff is hard pressed to make up some ground now. This could be the opening they need. Hufflepuff has taken the bait and fallen for a perfectly executed fake out. Oh, that's the first match I've done perfection on, I think. Just as explosively as it began, the match has come to an absolutely breathtaking conclusion. I've calculated the final score and It's a crushing defeat, 290 to 160, positively stunning. Wizards and witches, professors and students, I present you 3-time returning Quidditch Cup champions, Gryffindor! We did. We won the cup. Everything came together perfectly in the end, and luck had nothing to do with it. Your technique was absolutely smashing. And your strategy was quite brilliant as well. You pulled off the fake-out maneuver flawlessly. Badger, you watched the match? I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It was the most thrilling match I've seen in a very, very long time. Because I feel very lucky that I got the opportunity to watch your fine team play. Speaking of our fine team, it's time for us to head to the Great Hall. Madam Hooch will present Gryffindor with the Quidditch Cup. Let's go! 3-time champs! Welcome to this season's Quidditch Cup ceremony and level of skill and tenacity displayed. Both teams fought valiantly for the title. There can only be one victor. Quidditch Cup to Hogwarts 3-time returning champions, Gryffindor. Thank you, Madam Hooch. As the team's acting captain, I accept this trophy on behalf of Gryffindor. There will be many obstacles and hardship that our team had to overcome to get here this season. A lot of important factors that contributed to Gryffindor winning this championship. Which factor would you say is the most responsible for your team's comeback this year? Lawrence found his spark and rejoined our team. Gryffindor became whole again, and that energized our entire team to play our hearts out for the Quidditch Cup final. I found my spark because you helped me rediscover it. You helped each of us strengthen our bodies, minds, and hearts this season. I did my very best to lead this team in the right direction while you were away. You led with honor, integrity, and fairness, Mr. Dane, and very much look forward to seeing what next season brings. But for now, congratulations on this year's Quidditch Cup. Let's go. Thanks for watching. Celebrate with the team. I don't need to paint a smile on my face. You already put one there. Your Quidditch Cup victory is 100.3% deserved this season. Now that our acting captain has arrived, the team is all back together again. And now that we can finally enjoy our big win together. Tell us, what did it feel like when Madam Hooch presented you the trophy? Receiving the trophy itself was fine, but the real thrill was winning the championship with each of you. I agree, trophies may be big and shiny, but there's nothing more satisfying than the thrill of a win. And that's all for all Gryffindor House to celebrate. You lot hold our acting captain, let's have ourselves a proper celebration. It's been a pleasure playing alongside you this season. Except there was one thing this party is missing that would make our celebration more fun. Butterbeer, let's go sneak some out from the 3 boomsticks, and once we get there, I have some important news I'd like to share with all of you. We will continue our celebration over the 3 boomsticks. Hear what our team's secret has to say over a round of refreshing butterbeer. By the expression on your face, there's a 91.7% chance we have managed to surprise you. At one refreshing glass of butterbeer. With all four Quidditch teams doing here, I thought I was supposed to be out meeting to hear some big news, lure you here somehow, so you wouldn't be suspicious of a surprise party. You may have beaten us to the Quidditch Cup this year, but you also did something that no other player has done in all our time at Hogwarts. There's no better way to do that than by bringing everyone together again for a round of butterbeer. Do you actually have a big announcement to make or not? Grab yourself a glass of butterbeer and I'll tell you my big news. Hearing you correctly, it sounds like you are retiring as Seeker of our Quidditch team. Playing Quidditch for Gryffindor has been an incredible honor, but in order for me to truly improve as a Seeker, I need a deeper understanding of how Golden Snitches move. That's why I have accepted a prestigious invitation to study the Snidget Sanctuary next year. After a year of studying Snidgets, no Golden Snitch will stand a chance against you. But while you are off doing that, it does raise the question who will take over as our team Seeker. It's not an easy one, mate. You should take over my position. As a Seeker, we all saw how brilliant you captured the legendary Golden Snitch of Hogsmeade. You are observant, quick to action, and adaptable. Oh, wow, thanks. Don't worry, I always have your back if you ever need assistance. I have. You are looking at Gryffindor's Reserve Seeker. Brilliant. Sounds like we are going to be working closely together then, mate. I can sense the balance of our team shifting. Since everyone is making announcements, I'd like to share some news with the rest of you. After observing the way you led our team as acting captain this season, getting to see here today just how much you have done for this game brings us all together. I've decided my journey as Gryffindor's captain has come to a rightful end. It's time to pass the torch. After everything we have been through, you have proven that you understand the true meaning of Quidditch, and now you are ready for the next step in the Quidditch journey. Damn.